Hi, good morning. My name is Vinay and I'm coming from 35 years of experience in the semiconductor field with both chip design and embedded software background. Sure. So Caligo Technologies is a 12 to 13 years old company and we are fundamentally focused on high performance computing based solutions. So at the start, we started focusing on software based solutions and now we have moved on to semiconductor and systems based hardware accelerator solution. So the combined power of software and hardware acceleration is what we bring as a total solution to the high performance computing industry, like all the medical, pharma, drug discovery, aerospace, automotive kind of applications who use a lot of high performance computing applications. They require 8-digit, 9-digit precision as part of the simulations that they work on. So we provide the software acceleration for the application software and we provide the very high precision solution for the mathematical computation in the simulation. That is the product that we have been working on actually. Look at the 20-year history of semiconductor domain in India as a subject. We had a lot of MNCs who came into India and they had started to need the talent of semiconductor chip design. So predominantly up till almost about 2012, 2013, the focus was more of services industry in the semiconductor field. But from 2013, 2014 onwards, there has been a shift towards product development, design development in India, right? Which is a major shift from the thought process. So there was a lot of entrepreneurs who started to think that we want to develop product in India and launch those products for Indian market and the global market. Point number one. From 2018-19 onwards, the semiconductor domain got a major thrust from the central government, right? So initially there were state governments who had started to do very small things in their pocket, but from 2019 onwards, when the semiconductor mission focus started, the 76 crore funding that was brought towards the semiconductor field has a major thrust. So what they did was they looked at the complete ecosystem. One, you have fabulous design companies who need to be supported to build designs to take it for the requirement of the product design, right? So they looked at 1,200 crores of funding for the design companies. The remaining money of the 76,000 was focused towards PLI and setting up the fabs. So today as we speak, we don't need to think about going to Taiwan or Europe or US to manufacture these chips. The whole process of giving the design, getting it manufactured, bringing it back will vanish in the next couple of years, right? Now we have 3 fabs that the semiconductor has been approved by the central government. We have 7 OSAT companies that have been taken care. With this, what happens is I don't need to worry about getting to work with an international company on how will I send my design to them and how will I get it manufactured. So the availability of this ecosystem, so we have design support from the Design Linked Incentive as a program that is there, where companies like ours has been benefited. We have received the grant and the reimbursement process through them and we are able to produce that silicon and take that silicon into the market for alpha trial, and once we do that, we are then able to make sure that we can go to the next production level thing. So there is a funding support, there are EDA tools that we receive as a support from the government, and we have the ecosystem to be able to take it for manufacturing. This is excellent platform which was not there 10 years back.
Now it is there.
Now it is there, right? So how this is going to be beneficial for the upcoming generation, right? If you look at it, 85,000 students in the last 2 years have been focused towards chip design as a technology. Academics have started to make that as a curriculum. So you heard our Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw from Jammu to Kerala, from Gujarat to Assam, all of them have been making sure that we have the talent that is getting developed. This talent availability will make sure that a lot of entrepreneurs, without having to spend lots of dollars to pay salaries, can now get fresh talent available to make the chip design itself. So the mass talent will be available. Now once you have the talent, the engineers available, you will have a lot of entrepreneurs coming up and saying, I will develop a silicon. Next is, where do I manufacture the silicon? Now we have fabs in India who can manufacture the silicon. Where do I go for packaging? India has now the OSAT to completely carry out the packaging part of it. The entire test house system that is required to test these silicons, make a product like this into the market. And then now the Indian government is also saying that, okay, we will extend the whole go-to-market platform available to launch these products and take it not only to the India market, but also to the global market. That's the massive system that is being built in our country. So if you look at it, there are two parts, right? Gone are the days where they expect the engineering colleges, the professors to teach 100% of the subject to them. With the vast available information and platforms like this, where students are allowed to come to events like this, understand what kind of companies are prevailing, what kind of technologies are there. The internet provides a rich source of information for their education. Point number one. Second, there are a lot of companies and the government who are giving grants to the colleges to make the tools available for these students, right? Now, these students can start working in their second year of their graduation to focus on what kind of small projects that they can start working on, right? Very important. So, knowledge, information, tools, platform are all available for them, which was never available in the past actually. Now with this information, we expect the students to bridge the gap from what academia can bring and what the industry expects when they are at the academia itself. So by the time they complete their graduation, they are now ready and they can decide whether they want to take up a job by being an intern into a company or getting into a full-time job, or they can also become entrepreneurs like your IITs and the NITs offer incubation centers. And these incubation centers can become their starting platform where group of these students can build a product and then leverage the Indian ecosystem to take that product into the market. So there is no dearth that they have to work in a company for 10 years and then start becoming an entrepreneur. We expect a lot of these people to become entrepreneurs right from the beginning itself.